What's poppin', what's goody? You're listening to By Any Means with your boy Zico Dan alongside my co-host Jumoke, CC Poetry, aka CC, and as I call her, Richie.
What's poppin', what's goody? Welcome back to another episode on
By Any Means.
You know the vibe. So yeah, man. You got Shivasi again back on the thing.
As you know, I'm here in the building, the one and only. Part of the furniture now, you know.
I am the furniture, I'm not part of it. You don't see this, so I'm the furniture.
So she's a part of the whole thing. But yeah. So what we are going with today? Yes, sir.
So today's question is it okay for men to have a say in abortions? So, first, because we have two strong women, I want to hear from you, Zico.
Well, should men have a say in abortions?
Yes.
You know what? It all depends. It's a mess upon the situation, isn't it? I mean, because if he's not going to be in the picture, then the decision falls on her anyway. So, but if the man is around and you and him are together, why wouldn't you want a child? First of all, that's a question to ask, right? With him, with somebody you say or claim you love, right? That's your partner you're going to be with forever, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, only if the situation is a fling thing or like it's not a serious relationship and he's not going to be around.
But the thing is, you don't necessarily know that because
He can't have a say in that then.
guys do a thing of where they make a woman feel like they're gonna be there for their man. Oh, they want this family, and the woman's
Manipulation.
That's some situations.
No, but I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of single mums now because of these situations, thinking because they're pick me now, hold me down. You're not listening.
In them sense, them not feel like that's right. That's not right.
It's not right, but then that's
That's misleading or leading people on to feel like
happens.
so it's going to be a different outcome to what they turned out to be for them.
So, but this
And then they're left with a whole bag of responsibility.
Right, but this happens it happens a lot. It happens a lot, and it's like, well,
Especially if the man feels as if he's going to get something from the woman and then it doesn't work out in his favour and then he just bounces. Like, no warning about it, just gone.
and then you have like that woman probably thought, I was gonna have this set out life with him. Maybe in the beginning, if she knew that, she might not have had that child type thing, because
Yeah, but on make this makes sense to me. You just say all of that, but how that gonna happen? If it's weird, that couldn't happen because you know what I mean.
But then again, okay, cool. You have men. Okay, cool. Let's put it in this perspective. Yeah, you have men that don't want a woman to abort their child, but they might have so much different complications going on in their own body, like the woman. Because pregnancy is not easy. It's not straightforward. This is what I even need to have a conversation about this, because people make it seem like it's this. It's so cute being pregnant. I hated pregnancy personally. I don't want to be pregnant for a minute. You get me? For like 4 years at least. I was like 2 years. The pregnancy after you're out for the. It's a lot on your body, and it's like. Some people don't even have family to support them if we're talking about abortion, so they think like women will think of this like, how am I going to do this all by myself, or what if he goes, because they know obviously this relationship might be rocky at this point, and what if he goes, I want to have an abortion because I don't think I'll be able to cope mentally, emotionally, physically, right?
Yeah, but again, it's only if he's not going to be around. You can do what you
But
want.
also,
Anyway.
you have to think about their state of mind as well.
That's how I said.
Like, because of with abortions, that does put a lot on a woman's mental health. Like, and then she could have had like, say if she's had like 2 abortions previously, and then she's got pregnant again, like. Her mind is saying, "Nah, I can't do this to a 3rd one, so I'm gonna have the child."
Yeah, but like I said, look,
I think
I always say this to women, bro. Like, there's no accountability, fam. Like, why? Look, bro, we're imagine 2 consenting adults. Because the woman is an adult. Why is it we never talk about the woman in this? Yeah, when we are make decision, we are make choice. We have to understand a thing named gatekeep to certain things. A woman is a gatekeeper for sex. She have to say yes. She have to say give the go-ahead before anything can go on. And the woman have multiple whole heap of contraceptive thing out there more than man have, right? You have the responsibility for protect yourself as well. you are a fucking consenting adult. Sorry for my language.
I say
this as well.
I say that because you have people that say, "Oh, my child wasn't planned," but realistically, sex. This is the whole point of having sex. You reproduce. It's not just for pleasure. Do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like this is what comes of sex.
Yeah.
Do you feel me?
I know of one situation where the woman was told that she couldn't have it. It's not gonna happen for her. Like, she's got too many. She's got too many cysts on her ovaries.
Oh no, but then that's different.
And
that's
this, that, and the
different.
other. So that's what she was told. And then, so she went years thinking, okay, this ain't gonna happen.
All right, but again,
and then,
do you not see that the decision and the choice was still all hers, regardless of where she was going with her? We look past certain things, cause it's like exception on the rule. We can't just do that. Yeah, you can't say, oh, she have all this thing going with her, and so this miracle baby come and she make the choice because she's consciously making the decision to keep the child, right? You never plan with the brother. Him never sit down with you and the two and say, yeah, let's have a baby together. You know what I mean? I make all these choices together. So when you go make this conscious decision by yourself, remember, by yourself, yeah, to have the pitney, you can't then come vex with this brother that didn't, you and him never planned nothing together, blood. He never said one a pitney. And like she just said, you know what can come up from sex. And the both of you have the responsibility to protect yourselves. You know what I say? So, blood, and I always realize that there's no accountability for woman in anything. We're just supposed to blame the brother for everything in this.
No, of course
not
of course there's accountability
him.
Because when a woman aborts a child, she takes that accountability. She don't blame the man. Remember, because she's gonna have to deal with that. It's not the man that has to deal with that. Well, if the guy wants it, then he's gonna have to deal with that. If he don't want it, then he don't have to
just
deal
go
with
about
that.
his business.
Whether the woman wanted it or not, whether the woman wanted it or not, she's still gonna feel a way within herself because you feel that.
Of course.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Of course. But some don't. Some don't because they genuinely don't want no pitney. And they want the freedom of.
And they just like, then they should have tied their tubes. But let's not
work,
get
make
into
your money
that.
and go on holiday.
And
live your
just,
best life.
because there's a lot of people that just abort for fun. Like every month they're in the clinic.
They don't genuinely don't.
And it's just like, for me, because I personally don't believe in abortion. Like anyone that has their, like for me, if you're gonna abort, I don't have no problem with that either. Like your choice is your choice. It's your body. It's your mentals might.
My family don't love that them something. We don't like them thing there.
You don't like it, but
deal with that.
If it happens, it happens. You get what I'm saying? It's your choice at the end of the day. It's your body. Like,
and it's something that you're gonna have to live with.
Exactly. The other person don't have to live with it because they're not the one.
I've been through that, bro. Like, I've been through them taking, like, parents getting involved in making one of my pitney them getting up, like, you know what I mean? Back in the day when I was young, coming up to get me, would have had a pitney that's slightly older now than my big son is. You see me? But because of parents and her, I'm trying to get involved in making decisions for our daughter and all these things.
Oh yeah. Even parents would be like, abort the child. What?
But
that's mad. No, but even telling someone to abort a child is mad. Like for me personally, that's mad.
Keep it to that,
how can you? How daughter, sibling, friend?
She was
whatever.
saying, she got her whole life ahead of her, this and that. She's only 17. Me and I'm about to be 18 too. But like, bro, we're the same age. I'm like, what? We know what we're doing. We're about to have a pitney. So yeah, man started grinding. I was missing some college because I was taking on some work. Like, man's about to have a son. So I'm saying, take responsibilities. I'm saying, it's crazy. But, you abort one and what? 7 months down the line, you come back again, the pitney come back, so it was meant to be.
It was meant to be, yeah.
Crazy,
that's just that. It's mad. But I think abortion is a touchy subject. It's a touchy subject. But sometimes no, but listen, sometimes because we're here, oh yeah, it's all good popping out these babies, but are these babies good in this world right now? That's the thing. We're bringing children into the world, potentially already putting harm and whatever on them before they even come into the world.
Cost of living is mad. Nowadays, I highly suggest people
forget about cost of
having
living.
Children because you're bringing them into this.
There's a lot of things that you have to think about when considering to keep a child.
Because the parents could be toxic as hell.
You got obviously there's finances. Is your finances in place? Is your mental health up to scratch? Because of you can't be in a low point in your life and then bringing a child in, then you're gonna deflect how you're feeling onto this child.
Definitely. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then you got to think about, like, obviously the 2-parent household thing. Like, is the dad gonna be around? Is the mother gonna be around? Because you've got a lot of single dads nowadays as well.
Yeah.
Like, so there's a lot of things that you do have to consider before even, like, and how to approach this sort of situation. If I'm making any sense.
I'm just listening. I don't know. I might be a bit too, like.
Okay, no,
to the
can
point.
we get back to what we're saying? Because is it okay for them to have a say or not? For me personally, I say no because it's not your body. That's just that period.
But then I say you deal with it then, innit?
Then,
because you never made no decision with man. So what? Alright then, fine. Yeah, all rights is yours. It's your body, right?
No, but obviously
if
we've
you're
come
gonna keep
to
the
you,
child,
if we've come to you, right, and we've said, okay, look, right, cool, I'm pregnant, blah blah blah,
and you're not my man.
No, even if you.
And you're not my man, yeah, and. You know, we
man or not, because the man could be toxic to her, but she's like emotionally and mentally still embedded in this relationship. Do you get what I'm saying to you? So that's why I was saying, in that case, would it be safe and sensible to bring a child into that? Because you don't know, he could be abusive to her, but you know, women will stay, and then you have this child witnessing this, so now this child is gonna put this onto their partner, whatever,
and
or they might even be being abused. Do you understand what I'm saying? Why would you? Does it make sense? It just depends on the circumstances.
It does, because of, obviously, like you said earlier, like, if you're in a long-term relationship, then I'll approach him and say, listen, this is a situation, how do you feel? Like, and we will communicate.
Because why wouldn't you? You're together.
Yeah, of course. No, but there's nothing wrong with going to the person, you know.
This is why I'm talking about the unstable relationships, like the hookup type of thing. She get filed pregnant and blah blah.
What, like one night?
One night, maybe it's more nights, we don't know, but you know, suck mum. And if you know, it just so happened that she's pregnant, but
then he can't have a say at all then, because really and truly, I don't know you. You're just a one night stand. She has all the say in that.
Exactly.
You don't even need to go to him because it's a one night stand. You wouldn't even have to go and say.
So you can choose whether to.
Why not? Because.
Well, you basically agreeing with me then, because I said
no intention of you sticking around anyway.
But you're not basically agreeing with me then, because where I say if it's not a real relationship
but
and
then,
man's not gonna stay, didn't make no plan to have a picnic with you, but you decided to do all these things consciously by yourself, then you know what comes with it, right? You're a responsible parent now. You're
it
a mom,
depends though.
A single mother by
if
yourself.
It is just like some random guy that you met in a bar, or like, because some people have random hookups with their mate.
Yeah.
That don't mean nothing. You're my mate.
You get me? It was
who told you to go do that,
bruv?
Because obviously,
now your friendship's ruined.
If it was someone,
it ain't can't pick me involved now. Oh, mad.
Because if it was someone that I knew, like, I would go and I would talk to them.
No, of course you can talk to them. Yeah, of course.
This is what it is. Do you, yes or no, want the pitney?
But then that's you giving them the option to say whether you want to keep the child or not then. Because
no, but wait. Does that change anything though? Does that change anything on your part? Whether he wants the baby or not, are you still keeping?
It depends, because obviously if I've got it in my mind that I want it, but then part of me doesn't, like if I'm like sort of weighing up the pros and cons with me,
by yourself.
Like, and if there wasn't a support system around, then
already, at all.
So, and then you'll be thinking, like you said, about whether or not you could do this by yourself. Yeah. Then I will leave it up to him. Like, are you gonna be here? Yeah, or
you'll want to
not?
find out. Is he prepared to take on these responsibilities?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Since this has happened.
Okay.
But it is a choice for him at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
You still can, but then
you're giving him the option. Do you want to be there? What?
Yeah, but then ultimately, in the end, it's still her decision, like, overall.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, overall, it's still her decision. But it would be nice to have that conversation. Like I was saying before, I watch Hollyoaks. Guys, if you watch it, you know the thing. But
we're not sponsoring Hollyoaks.
Yeah, we're not sponsoring it. But it's always got some good, heart-filled topics. So, there's 2 girls that's pregnant right now, right? There's one, she's got a husband. Yeah. They're young, whatever. I think they're like in their early 20s or whatever, I think. Yeah. They've got businesses together, whatever. Yeah. She wants to be a journalist. Obviously, he's got a daughter already from teenage stage. So, she's a stepmom at the moment. She's good with the child, whatnot. She's got pregnant now. but she's got heart conditions and all this stuff. She's like deaf in one ear and she's like partially deaf and stuff. So her thing was she wasn't sure if she wanted to have the child because she wasn't ready. And she was like, he was telling her, but you're great with my child already. But she's like, that's your child. Like it's different when it's mine type thing. And she was just stressing about her heart and all that stuff and not being able to hear her child. Like there's so much emotional things that go through a woman, especially like when you're not up to scratch with certain things like normally in your body or whatever, like you get it. So with her now, she was like cool, and he was kind of pestering her. He's like, oh yeah, so what, we're gonna have this baby, we're gonna have, I don't, why are you, she don't even know if she wants the baby yet or not. Are you overly dosing it? But this is her husband. This is her husband. Yeah, this is her husband. So it's cool, understandable. All right, cool. He's already got one. He wants another one with you.
I feel like I know why.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
it's weird. Woman is carrying the baby here, but there's some men that really get excited in these times.
Yeah.
Because
it's crazy, man.
This is what I was saying. But anyway, she ended up having an ectopic.
Okay.
Pregnancy now. Obviously, if you don't know what ectopic pregnancy is, it's when the baby grows in the fallopian tubes. Science for you. But yeah, obviously it's not meant to be in fallopian tubes, it's meant to be in a womb. So it ruptured and they had to terminate the pregnancy for her. And she already did say before, like, all these health problems and whatever, but ectopic can happen to anybody.
So how did my man take it?
He took it real hard. He left her after her surgery. He got there and was like, they told them the news. Oh, the baby's gone. Like, has something. He left her straight away. I went outside like I need to take some air. Started bawling. I was like, it's like the baby's gone. I was like,
I didn't even care about her.
Wait,
before we start,
he just left her.
On a level, yeah. At the end of the day, everybody deals with shock differently, yeah? And he may have really
I'm not
been
saying,
looking
yeah,
forward
he
to having
was,
this
he
child.
was, because he was persistent on, so we're going to have this baby, so then we can look into this, we'll get you the best health care, because, you know, it's his wife, even though they're young and whatnot. You feel me?
Looking forward to, you think there's a healthy baby that grew and things,
and
and
then
get
it
your
doesn't
hopes up.
happen.
No, it is disappointing for men too. As much as it hurts women, men do feel it as well. Like, men do feel it.
We're prideful though. We like me in there. You know what I mean? Like so, yeah. It's all about that. You pick me a growing at you, but you get me. You rub down bump. We love all them time. We love all of that. You get me?
And then there's the second one in Hollyoaks now.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
She's pregnant. She's a police officer. No, she's not a police officer. I'm lying. She's a detective, and she's also pregnant. But she actually booked her termination. It was with another police guy. She didn't tell him. Her pregnancy thing dropped out of her bag, and the cousin the uncle saw it and picked it up and was like, "Rah."
What's a pregnancy thing? What do you mean?
The
Test?
stick, yeah.
Oh,
And he was like, "Rah, you're pregnant. Like you gotta tell the guy, like his nephew." And she was like, "Don't tell him. I don't want him to know."
Why is it? Look, again, you're always saying everything is that woman tries to say. Why woman feeling can't do that to you? Like, why do you not feel you can do that?
It depends.
Hold things back until you're ready, or keep things like what? Like wait, so what is when you're ready to tell we? Then it's now, to be shared with us, and it's, we can get happy about it too.
No, but hers was her career. By the way.
I hear that, because you're not supposed to do things together.
Yeah, and also because she's a detective, she literally just got that big ass spot that she got. So some women choose career over kids as well, as to why they have abortions or whatever. And when you're in like certain careers, you taking time out, like you're gonna be demoted type thing.
Yeah.
Like they don't want you again. You feel me? So that was what happened, and then he ended up finding out because the mum told him. I was like, "You little snake!" The mum told him because she found out also. She was like, she saw the text message like, "Yeah, you're gonna go and get an abortion." No one wanted her to get abortion, but she was like, "It's my body, it's my, like I want to do this. Like I've made my decision." You get me? Like she was headstrong, which she don't want to have this.
So
baby.
she don't want to. She knows that she don't want to have the picture, so there's no point in telling my man basically. So she's gonna hide it from him.
He found out. He ended up going reaching her to the appointment, but he's hella obsessive though. Like he's really obsessive. Like
I don't know, bro. What do you call that? What do you call that? Because I find there's something unfair about that.
No, it is unfair.
I find there's something unfair about that
Because they were dating and then they stopped dating.
You see, when it's all rare and there and there and rare, you see, Richie would tell me, say, nah, I feel like you should still be involved, man. Even though, you know, we planned nothing and I decided to have the split in the hole on my own. I feel like
why are you bringing me out
man.
for? Why
is it, bro? When a woman decides to be selfish and keep things for herself, don't get the man involved until she feel well and ready. Like, bro, there's some things women do, and I feel like it's not fair, dog. If y'all gonna make me know if I'm gonna be involved, tell me from the big jump. Make me know from the beginning. Just like you know everything, make me know everything. If you want me involved, because otherwise I'm gonna feel betrayed somewhat or some type of way. I'm gonna feel some type of way. Yeah, because if I'm a pitney too, and you get me, whether you're about to have it,
I should know.
I need to, you get me? Yeah.
You should know.
Man.
But then sometimes I think like women might not. They kind of spare men's feeling because when they like, oh, I want to get an abortion. I want to get an abortion, and the man, because this was happening in the husband and wife relationship.
I understand you still.
He wanted the baby. She was like, and then she even took long to tell him. It's true. So she had the pregnancy stick inside the bread bin, yeah, and he was going there like, I'm gonna have some crumpets. He's like, I'm gonna have some crumpets. She's like, I'm pregnant, because she was telling him like, I don't feel like it today. Like I'm not. But sometimes you have to process it yourself.
But you see that wicked by yourself, exactly. I was just gonna say that wicked by yourself because you say woman spearman. So that would only be in the sense of making up your mind fully, knowing say you don't want this child, but you're gonna make this decision by yourself. You don't want this child, but you're gonna spear him. You don't want to tell him because how am I gonna feel about it? But what I'm gonna touch on is the fact that you look like you said she's still gonna have to feel that all the while, and know that and all that stuff.
But then you see the thing, you see when women get abortions now and they're in a relationship or whatever, the guy kind of like, even though he wanted it and then she doesn't, the guy kind of like makes you feel away, and then you kind of feel like this resentment or whatever, and the woman might feel, oh, he's gonna hate me now because I've went and got this abortion, or I want an abortion, I don't want to keep the child. Do you get what I'm saying? So then that's why they also will more be like, I'm not gonna tell you because I don't want to mess up things between us, or I don't want things to go left because.
How do women have abortions in relation? And would a woman do that? Like under your nose in a fully committed relationship?
Yeah, that's scary, innit? That's scary, innit?
In some cases they have.
Having an abortion and telling you say a period they're deep on because I was gonna ask, how is it that sex can't happen? What would your excuse be for not having sex with me? Because obviously there's obviously there's some things going on you're gonna have to heal from for a while after having such a procedure, right? So you're not gonna be able to do nothing with your partner, so you're not gonna be suspicious that you're gonna use the period thing, like I say that. And then again, at 7 years, that alone, how long does it take to heal from such a thing?
It depends.
Well, it depends,
some
and it
people
depends
can
on
do
what
7 days. Some people could be a month. It just depends on your body.
Okay.
And plus, periods. If you're talking about periods,
some of them are 4 days, 3 days too.
But some are overlasting. They last long. Like you could be on your period for all 2 weeks because like. Hormone imbalance and all these things. Do you get what I'm saying?
People
Like,
say that. People's like, yo,
it
you need
happens.
a real clean.
There's even times.
There's even no problem.
Not
because
necessarily.
your hormones in itself.
And then it's like with the whole contraception.
Women saying that that's a problem.
No, it's like with the whole contraception as well.
Yeah,
that affects everybody differently. Because I know some people that they never came on the whole time they was on it. Some people never come on for like 3 months, 4 months.
I enjoy them ones.
And then some are non-stop.
Yeah.
Like, so it's all depends.
It's not good overall.
And they're not good overall.
Takes a toll,
It does. That's what I was gonna say. Like all them things, you go on contraception, you still can get pregnant. They're not
It's not
100%.
So nothing is 100%.
You can't really even use that as an excuse because there's people that take contraception for these specific reasons and they still fall pregnant. And then what? What are you gonna tell them? Not to abort the child but they took precaution. They were taking precaution.
Like
obviously,
said,
her body didn't react.
Yeah.
Her body didn't react to the thing well, innit? Because contraception, I'm telling you, guys.
You got some high genetics, but
guys don't.
Like I said, I got the super sperm, innit? The super sperm. Anything, blood. You get me? Pushing through anything, like you get me? Yeah, trust me.
You feel me?
Ramping up them soldiers on a different but yeah.
All them things, so
yeah.
just like if because it's just like if the period comes late, she's not necessarily pregnant. Her period comes. She could miss her whole period for the whole month.
Some irregularities can go on.
It happens. Like it happens. A woman's body is really complicated compared to a man. A man is quite simple, so you wouldn't really expect a man to understand these things. Like
God, there's enough men who understand woman and enough things about woman.
It's just crazy. No, you may understand knowledge wise, but not feeling wise.
But of course, well, how can we?
Exactly, but that's what I said. That's why I said you won't understand it like
just like you
fully.
won't understand certain things.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying,
that's what I'm saying. Like what a man go, we won't get what it's like. You understand what I'm saying? But you can know through knowledge, but not feeling wise. Like
everyone has feelings, so you have to. That's why I said for men and for women, like a man's allowed to feel it. Like he's gonna feel a way after. Do you feel what I'm saying? But maybe just not as much as the woman, because now you potentially everyone's like, you're a kid killer, you're this, you're that. What? Have you not? Abortions are around. They're out here, like they're proper out here.
Once I was walking past a clinic and there was people out there singing. Like with banners and everything.
I went with.
What was that thing called? Roe versus Wade? What was that something, Kyle? Was it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Wade.
Yeah.
Roe something Wade.
Anyway, America and some states.
If you get raped now, you can have an abortion without even thinking about it, because it's okay. Like
you don't want to be
sometimes because when you have rape babies, like they kind of inflict that pain on that child, and you know what I'm saying. Some love their kids to the fullest, but
imagine that.
Some inflict it on.
Yeah.
But then
it just depends.
If the child finds out that's how they came into the world,
then they have a whole meltdown.
That's terrible as well. Yeah, but I mean, if you can hide anything, you definitely want to hide that.
True. But okay, guys. Well, I personally think that it is okay for them to have a say.
Depends on the situation.
Wait, depending on the situation. We're talking about in a good situation. Forget bad situation, because you're not going to have a say, period. That's it.
No, exactly.
Cancelled. Anyway, but we're talking about a good situation now.
But we don't see a reason why there would be a reason for an abortion in a good situation.
Like I said, if her mind state is not there...
Oh, if she wanted to do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And if you lot's finances aren't there, you get what I'm saying. Like there's a lot of things in a good relationship that could make you feel like that. I've heard it. Trust me. It's happened. So this is why I'm saying that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
But then her choice.
Yeah. As long as the man's not telling you to abort the child, because I don't feel like that's his say at all.
Even them ones there too. Like
it's not. That's not his say. That's for her.
No, I wouldn't tell her to do that. I'd be like,
no, but a lot of men.
A
lot of men do that.
Yeah, a lot of men do, and then if you don't,
then
they'll resent you for making a decision to keep it.
But then again, I feel him seed, you know. You know what I mean? You're having his baby. Why are you having this man's baby? I mean, it could be any situation, like we said.
Because maybe you can't. You might not want to go through an abortion. Abortions are hard, you know.
Or maybe you've done a couple before.
No, but maybe some might not have done any, and then boom, Bob's your uncle. This guy comes, like he said, and you ask him why.
Richie was asking a question earlier before we leave quickly.
Yeah.
If the girl had 2 abortions and then she decided to keep the last one, but it's for her choice completely. Like, I've had 2 abortions for this done, but no, I gotta keep that one, I decide to keep that one, You feel like she have a reason, what is it to be vexed with the man? Like, again.
Well, if he doesn't want it.
Nothing to do with the jail, because obviously as she decides to keep, imagine I bought 2 and pitted him already and she decided to keep that one, Well, you know, what do you think about that?
That's sticky. He should care, and he should. Because why would you go? If she's had these abortions, if he knows about them, right? You clearly know about the abortions too. You're still messing around with her, so you still know what's gonna come of this. I keep telling you, sex is a powerful thing. Yeah. It creates humans,
and then if you know that you're that fertile, like
Richie, wait, what was the story? But the story? You didn't finish it. You touched in on the story earlier quickly, but you didn't finish. But wasn't it that he didn't know about the abortions until after she had the one? No, right? He didn't know about the abortions. So where she just said, oh, especially if you knew about the abortion and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But
Well, if he didn't know about them, then that's a different situation.
Then he can be vexed because
she made all them.
She made that behind his back, and now he's finding out, and he's thinking this is the first pregnancy out of how long? Because obviously you've had 2 now, so that's over a period of time,
that's crazy,
right?
Isn't it?
So. Then he can be pissed. Yeah, of course, have every right to be upset.
So she have no reason for vex with him.
For
because
what?
she made all them choices.
What? Because he doesn't now want to be around in this.
Yeah, because now he's found out. Of course.
After you kill off so much of the man, picked them already.
And he never knew until now, thinking this is the first child that he's having with you.
Exactly.
Madness.
Exactly,
Women are wicked sometimes. But
what people need to do is they need to learn how to take their emotional feelings out of it, because now a child is actually involved.
Yeah, but nobody planned to have a child with her.
Yeah, but the child is here. Yeah.
But that happens all the time in life. But what people are, you know.
So you have to think about like the outcome of how this child is now going to be feeling.
You know, like she just said, everybody her choice, theme wallet, theme choice. That's the saying out there nowadays. You can choose. She can choose.
It is what it is, isn't it? But honestly, overall, it's the woman's decision to make, as it is her body. She's taking out 9 to 10 months of the year just to have that baby. You never know
whether she's having it. She
could die in labour. She could lose the child. The child could come out. Whatever. There's so much things in pregnancy. Like it's mad. Trust me.
We were standing on the abortion side, so basically I'm saying, if she is going to keep it or whether she's going to abort, she has to deal with whatever comes with it. Either way.
But that's what I was going to say. With the pregnancy, they have to deal with it either way. And then you have the abortion part where you have to do it either way.
Because, like I was saying previously, every action has a consequence.
Simple. That's it.
So if you're gonna have sex, then this obviously comes from having sex. Like if you're going to go through with abortions, then you have to deal with whatever comes mentally as well.
But they know that though.
So
they know that.
So there's a lot of things to consider.
But people, I think, like generally,
Yeah, man, let us know, man. You know what I mean, Richie? Tell them to let us know. Yeah, like you always tell them. Let us know your thoughts, man. Let us know what you lot think. Drop it in the comments.
Yeah. Okay, so what have you got for us today?
Well, I've wrote a little something which is based around this topic.
Lovely.
I actually wrote this earlier today, so you have to bear with me, and it's not quite finished, so yeah. Let's have this conversation, a simple discussion. I'll share my abbreviation about the topic abortion. The body may heal physically, but the scars will never fade. A deep cut that bruises their mental health cuts deeper than any blade. I'll consider your input. A man can have his say, as long as he considers the female and the pain that won't go away. You can't hand her a paracetamol, Nurofen or aspirin. It's not a simple headache. She'll feel better in the morning. Yes, you have a say. It's your baby as well. Talk to each other, communicate. No need to tiptoe on eggshells. It's her body, but it affects you also. Only if you plan to stick around, not fuck her and go.
I ain't even ranking.
Okay. The last part was a bit
Richie, bro. You know, sometimes why she gotta do us like this, bro?
She just gives us the head.
She gotta do us like this. Sometimes,
you know what?
She just ends so abrupt.
She just gives us it. Like
you know what?
Gives us it.
The first line that I actually ended it like no, the discussion should be mutual. Communicate, don't let it go. And then I've changed it to don't fuck her and go.
She had to put the slackness in there. It's all good. She had to put the anger and the passion in there. You know
that one word
just did a lot.
Is not just the word. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the word, it means a whole lot in the whole situation, right? Because just beating and with no thought of consequence or all that stuff. You know, it's just responsibility. You know, just effing and cutting. Yeah, it's a lot. That word, alone, like you know. Yeah, no, it was deep. I like the rest of it as well.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good one. And you said it's not finished yet.
No, I was thinking of adding a little bit more to it.
Sure, add it. You'll see it on the next one. Just wait for it.
'Cause I hope everybody can hear me this week on my mic, you know. I swear down, guys.
You love the sound of your
You're
voice.
bare loud, you know. You want the audios are bare loud. You sound like you're the host and we're the guests. We're like bare dim and you're just like, yeah.
Because I love my mic.
I don't know what she's doing different here, but her mic shut. Like
I
every
told
time.
you like the sound of your voice too much. My voice is just projecting over that.
Yeah, I'm like, yo.
And she's not even that close to the mic, and yet it picks her up like that.
That's why I like my mic.
It's good pitch. She got good pitch. You know what I mean? I don't know, I'm probably too deep. Isn't it? So it's got good
Well, if you want to see more poetry from myself,
Yep.
you can visit me on ccpoetry_writing content. Where can I find you at, Z?
pitch. Official Zikodan _one family. You will know the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And me on Insta at Sheversatile. That's SHEVERSATILE.
And if you want to see By Any Means, you can visit us on Instagram at byanymeans_theofficialpodcast, or By Any Means podcast with a number 6 on TikTok, and also By Any Means on Facebook. Yes, well, we appreciate you coming again.
Like, follow, subscribe, all of that.
Share that.
Put the bell on, ting.
To your granny, your uncle, your grandfather, everybody, the cow, the chicken,
everybody, your
cat,
dog,
everybody, yes. Isn't me? And the lizard on the tree limb outside.
Don't
Send it to
forget.
everybody.
Yeah.
Man. I mean,
And we shall see you next time on
By Any Means.
yo, know the vibe, we out.
What's good? It was popping. This has been By Any Means. You've been listening with Zikodan, Jumoke, CC Poetry, aka CC, and as I call her, Richie. We out.
We out, people.